So you might have been thinking, this looks an awful lot like a boat. Oh man, what a dumb way to start a video. So yeah, it does look like a boat, but I don't know if really that's the right idea. I'm just gonna measure it because I like the length. I like the length, but maybe not the width. It is about 184 blocks. Do you think I can just do 183? 113, so if I do another 70, that's actually quite long. That can't be right. Well, it's quite long. The thoughts have been running through my mind that this isn't really what I wanted to build. And so I'm going to attempt to create an outline and then maybe the general shape of what I really wanted and what keeps popping into my mind. Ah, perfect. Close enough. This is what I want. This is what I'm thinking about. Maybe not the front. The front's a bit weird. So yeah, like this to me looks more like a shield, right? That is a very, like, maybe like a Gundam shield, but it's one of those like big, hefty looking things. And so then realistically, if I can get like 1 or 2 floors of height within this shape, then I think I'm set. This is totally different to what I had started working on. Let's try and blend the two ideas together. So I would say we need 1 floor with 8 blocks of height. So let's get rid of all these middle bits and make a floor. I feel so much better being able to like have a day off or like a day between recording and editing. I literally feel way more energized. So yeah, this shape, right? So let's say we've got 1 floor, which is 8. This is like the, I don't know, the living space or something. Living floor. And then we need 10 down because the engine room that I made is 10 blocks. And that's why it's 10. Okay, so this, and now turn this into this. Is this, does that make sense? I like this. I like this so much more. This is 8 blocks high, right? So this is like all the way to here, I guess. Depends how it turns out. Is like 8 block high territory. Maybe there's a thing on the back that's flat. And then we need to come down the height of a window, which I guess is 3, maybe 4. Because we have the block above, or is it 4? Okay, and now this is like the top of the outside. Because like obviously I showed a clip of Outer Haven from Metal Gear Solid, and then there were some people talking about maybe it should be submersible, and I think that was kind of what I really wanted. It'd be really good if there was more slopes. More slopes, please. What I'm gonna have to do is do like a slope and then probably 8 to make it work, and then another slope, then another 8, and another slope. This is gonna look weird. Okay, yes, you with me? So this would be like the bridge, here in the bridge. Now the front is kind of going to be determined by how far along these wedges. Oh, perfect. Perfect. This is so dumb. If this works, I'll be quite pleased. But then you're thinking like, oh no, but you're wasting all this space that could be walking area. I have a plan. I'll come back and wedge all that off, but oh no. Oh dear. Oh, I see. It doesn't work unless you do a very specific amount, which is fine. Like the wedges have to be divisible by something, I guess. I don't know. I'm no good at maths. I can definitely slope it up a lot more as well. Maybe like 1, 2, 4. This is so bad. Okay, where's 10 high? It's 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10. Alright, makes sense. And then I guess I just need to go up 4 and then across, so it comes up to 8. No, this is not right. This is not right. Wait, this is right. Okay, I'm gonna waste some time. Is this insane? So like what I'd end up with is, here's a hallway, right? 2 on either side of the door, which doesn't make any sense. Here's a hallway, and then right down the middle, we have a bigger hallway. This is so big. Why is this so big? And then what you get in here, oh, get it. Wait, I get it. So then what we do in here is like, you come down the height of the window, right? And then you've got the next floor. Maybe down another one. And then I can cut across here. And now the top doesn't have to be 2s anymore, it can be 4s. Probably. Nearly. Not quite. Does thou see what I am doing? That's 9, so that's 8. Alright, so then you've got this like floor in the side, which can come out pretty far actually. And then from here in the middle, we go down 10, which is this floor. And that's the engine room. And then, stay with me. This can all go from here. So like in this section, we've got room for like crew quarters or other various rooms of whatever we want. So that's a room. This is a room, the engine room. And note that the engine room is now very low and very central. Then we can take this wedge and we need to probably start, a lot further in, because we want air up the top, right? We don't want air at the bottom. That comes down to there. This probably needs that for the physics shape. Ugh. Me and physics shapes are not friends. I feel like these are 2 totally different ships. You know what? They could be. And that would still make sense. What if one of them's like the shield aspect of the Paladin and the other one's the sword aspect? So now I just need a way to like wedge in a way that makes sense. Which is like fairly impossible, I would say. I guess if I get rid of this, get rid of these pyramids through here, we can just sort of like increment it. I want to have this flat bit up the top section so that it's like a walking space. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yes, let me cook. Happy? Let me explain the situation. So this is a submersible thing. The point is that it's long and wide, so it would be hard to roll over, and it can go underwater. The bridge would be here, and you're just kind of looking out, and then the water level is like right below where you're looking out. Then we can go downstairs, and this is like the next downstairs, which is, so this is like where all the rooms would be. So probably, I guess you don't get any windows. You could probably do skylight windows. Yeah, no problem with that. And then when you go down again, then you get to the engine room. So it's only like not too many rooms. And then we put guns on it. All over it, everywhere. Oh no. So now the problem becomes, how do I wedge this? How do I make wedges that work for this? Because I don't want to be doing too much XML for this. I would rather just like, have it dive off, or it just doesn't. The slope is something I really wanted though, but we could go get rid of these. I mean, that's what I see in my mind. Wouldn't it be funny if I wasn't in symmetry mode? See, I could just wedge all the way along here and it would just be real flat. Maybe I just make it flat to begin with and then figure out how it all wedges later on, if it's even possible. So I can definitely drag ones out. Can't drag 2s. Yeah, I can't drag 2s, I can drag 1s. How happy do you think physics shapes is going to be about that? Sounds like I'm talking about physics shapes like it's a person. I'm feeling it. When I look at it from like the front, I don't know. Wait, actually that's kind of cool. Note to self. Do a cool cut-in thing. Yes? Oh, that's cool. See, like, anyone could build the ship that I was doing before. It's just a boat. There's boats like it. It's just a boaty boat it's got all the features you'd expect on a boat. This is very strange, what I'm doing right now. And it is way more interesting. I did like... See, the things that I built for Paladin, or the original Paladin, like the bridge and the engine room, are all pretty easy to transfer. I don't know how I'll get some of the things like the gangway. I think that's kind of what this is going to be. But I also think that should come all the way out. And it should probably be connected to this floor so that it's right in the middle. Depends where it floats though. If it floats too low, it'll look real weird because it'll be in the water. Like it just wouldn't work. It'd be in the water and you'd get water in all the time. I'm going to flatten the rear off completely. Oops, not like that. Like this. Looks like a spaceship. I'm building a spaceship. I don't even have the space DLC. Nor do I approve of it. Terrible idea. Shouldn't have been implemented. Let's get the Paladin one. This is really cool as well. Do I have to build 2 boats? Some people have asked for the hull. One person. Let's be honest. One person has asked for the hull of this. We could switch gears. Focus on this. Give you the hull for first iteration. Oh, yes. No? Yes. Wait. Yes? What is this? Oh my goodness. I want to have a lot of space. Like out on the front somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. Yes. This is too high, I think, but maybe it makes sense. I can't do 2s. I have to do 1s. Is there any point to that? Maybe. Let's. What I really want to do right now is get it all sort of sealed up, watertight, airtight. And then I need to do the bottom. So the bottom is a little different. Oh, wait a minute. The bottom can't be different. It's all 1s. It's got to be 1s so that I can track the length of the wedge. If it wasn't 1s, it wouldn't work. It would have to be custom wedges. If it's a 4, it must be like a 4 by 16. I don't think I can do a 1 by or a 4 by 16 because it'll end up being a half block. I could do a 1 by 15, then it won't match up anywhere. Very frustrating actually. Let's just do a 1 for now, 1 by 1s or 4 by 1s. Get the shape in, see if it's working. This thing's got to be neutrally buoyant and sit very low in the water. That's like the only 2 requirements. The only 2 requirements right now. Neutrally buoyant, sit low in the water. It doesn't even need to be neutrally buoyant because it's missing all its weight. And that's kind of crucial. We're all sealed up. This is cool. The thing is, right, if I build a boat and it's just another boat, what have I really achieved? And if it's just another boat, it's really hard to get excited and interested and, you know, do it and actually build it. If it's something super weird, it's going to hold my interest so much better. Why is there a floor in the middle of that? Oh yes? Oh yes. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. I could do this on the front maybe. It might be a bit weird on the front. Here it makes sense. Yeah, at the stern. I just need to keep a couple of bits of floor so that I kind of know where the floors are supposed to go. And then if I get rid of most of it, it'll make it easier to plan and figure out. Oh, I need that bit of wall, but not this bit of wall. Well, I probably should keep that bit. Yes. I think everything's sealed up here. This is so much more of what I am imagining. Like when I go to sleep and I'm thinking about this is what I'm thinking about. It's ridiculously buoyant. Isn't that cool? That's cool. There's so much space. There's way too much space. The idea, I guess, is that like you've got this floor, which I don't know what's on this floor. Equipment. You'd probably have to have airlocks, right? Because it's a submarine, so you'd have more doors. But you can also just like hop out onto the deck. The bridge can come way back, which would be really cool. And then once you go through the airlock, then you would have probably stairs down onto that middle floor. And that middle floor would be able to run all the way up to here, all the way like front to back. But the central area would have the engine room placed down pretty low. And then the outsides would all be ballast. Even the top sections, I guess. There's a lot of physics shapes. But if I smooth all of it off, it would become like one. And I guess you've got like this one big piece. And then all the top can sort of... I don't know why it splits it like this, right? Because this is all just like one... basically one big chunk. Especially this. Like, what is this? Why is there a little rainbow back here? That's messed up. It shouldn't have done that. It should have put it into one big chunk of square. I am sold on this. I'm so sold on this. Is this... how tall is this? 8 on the back. Could I put a custom door on the back? Could I put a rover or a boat in the back? There's so much space in here. What the heck? Is it too big? It's not too big though, is it? Because it's still like, you know, it's just the bottom part of Clifford, but everything's in there. So it's not, oh, it's not too big. Oh, we need a place for like weapons and ammo as well. But anyway, I think I'll pull the bridge back because there's like no point. I think all this top floor is just going to be running the boat, the whatever it is. Is it a submarine? A submersible? Anyway, this will come back. But let me know what I should do with that other boat then. The Paladin 1. Is that hull worth keeping, doing something else with? Or do I just release it? Because like if I'm going to be spending ages on this boat, should I just let people have that hull, have access to that hull? Do whatever you want with it. Let's just do an airlock, okay? Because I'm going to get sort of carried away and the airlocks are important. So let's just build an airlock. We'll have door 1 there, door 2 here. They need 3 blocks to open into. And then I probably want a seating space, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is now my airlock. So there'll be one of these on each side. I saw, who was it? I think it was Professor Incognito. He was using end effectors on the doors somehow. I can't remember if he was using them to close them or to open them, because I guess if you do it like that, it'll open it. He might have had it pointing onto it. I feel like he just had this pointing into the door. Let me just try this as a way to close the door remotely. Because if it's a submarine, you want to be able to close everything, lock everything. Oh, I think I know what he would have been doing actually. Because all that really matters is that the door closes. Yeah. So if the door is open, you want it to be closed. If the door's already closed, it doesn't matter. So the door opens into this space here. Does that work? If the door is open, the hitbox moves. Let me open it. If I push the button, it should close. Aha. So you pulse a signal to close it, then you lock it. That was really smart, actually. And I'm also wondering, because the door can clip into that space, can the door clip into the end effector? And how much clipping can it do? It'll clip the whole way, but it won't activate. Because I guess it's got to look at the outside, like the end effector won't work when it's inside the door, which means it's basically got to go there. Which means there's no longer exactly 8 high floors. Oh no, oh no. Was it like this? Huh, okay. Wait, does that work? Can I hide the end effector because then the door will open? My goodness. I really want it to be like a tube, you know? Going through a tube. We can open the door. The door opens. We're now in the airlock. Oh, let's say the door's open. Damn, Damn. Is that really not going to work? The end effector is probably affecting the wedge. So the wedge can be stretched. I can XML the wedge. It should feel small though, right? Small spaces are always a lot more interesting to work with. I want 2 seats, then 2 2x2s, then 2 1x2s. This is where you sit when you are gearing up to leave the sub. Oh, Kay has a really cool airlock thing. I wonder if I can steal it from him. There needs to be a way to suck the water out of here when you open this underwater and repressurize it. So we'll put some of those. What do you call those? Vents, fluid ports. And then yeah, on the other side, it'd be good to put, I really only want this size of display, but you can have an airlock display and then maybe some diving gear. Would you put the diving gear in here or would you put it in the room before? Yeah, do I put the diving gear there, or is it like you get suited up before you go into here? That makes more sense to me. And then this is just the way that you interact with like cycling the airlock. Yeah, and then out here you have all your equipment for diving gear and stuff. And then, this is quite short, right? I was thinking you can have a thing above it. No, you'd have to put a thing here that would say whether or not it's safe to use. And then all I've got to do now is round this off. So round. What shape is round? What is a round? Physics shapes be damned. Here we have an airlock. Let me get rid of this old, what you might call an airlock, and then bring in, why did I make it curved anyway? Why did I put all those wedges in there? Maybe I should bring it right up to the edge. That'd be cool. Yes. Oh no. So like all the wedges I did in here, waste of time. Yeah, waste of time. And then I will carry on with the tunnel. Oh, this makes so much sense. Does it float? It floats. Okay, so, I've just discovered a problem. There's no way you can like get in from the outside. Like there should be, I need to move it all back in a bit more. There should be a little walking space that you can stand in. So you can open the door. You can see the state of the cycle, I guess. We'll have XML wedges across here to hide the end effector that can automatically close all the doors. And then you can, maybe the room before the airlock is the like preparation room where all the diving equipment would be. And then you come in here, you can sit, you can push the button, wait, and then you can hop out and you're underwater. Or whatever's going on. So maybe I should just make that tunnel like taller so that it sort of more resembles what's actually going on inside. All the internal spaces probably should be like 8 to 9 tall. Thinking back to Clifford, it felt kind of too small, only being 8 tall, so maybe we should go 9 tall for all internal walking rooms, and then the engine room could just be 10 because it's the engine room. I do like the small feeling of an airlock though, and like the reason why it would be small kind of makes sense, right? It'd be small so that you don't have to fill up too much water in here, but then in here there's no reason this shouldn't be bigger. Do I lift this up? Kind of. It's no longer a space door if I lift that up. What I mean by that, if I lift the wedges up, then it's no longer like the space door style. I'm just gonna go like touchscreens, I think. Wait, how much do these cost? 500. The thing is, I can put a lot of information on this, and then I can just like boop, 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 boop. What do you think? It's a bit weird. Oh, I deleted my end effector. Damn it. Was that even the right place? I think it was. And then I can carry on this like bigger tube and have it slope down into the smaller tube. I think. Maybe? Probably not. Not nicely anyway. Huh. If I can make this really like smooth looking, that would be cool. Okay, end effectors going on the floor. New plan. All end effectors go on the floor. Very spaceshipy. Oh yeah, I need to move all this back anyway. Huh, like nothing changed internally, but everything changed externally. Alright, so I just need to, just need to cut this internal bit. Go back, you know, like enough so that you can stand in front of it. So let's say like 5. Big fan of the number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as long as there's like space, yeah, here will do. Whatever. I'll just move it again if it's in the wrong place. Get rid of those. Get rid of those. Excuse me. Wow. I didn't know I was building spaceships. So when it gets into here in the middle, there'll probably be like a lump or whatever. Because then this roof, I think, has like 2 blocks in it at the moment, or a lot of blocks in it. So now we've got the height back. This one is using 1x4s at a much higher height. But if this is using 1x2s, we can then use a 2x2. What do you think? Am I on the right track? This is cool though. This is a boat. I think the main thing is like, as the shape develops, like I'm getting the feeling like I should put some fins or something along here. So it would be kind of like if you have these long fins that kind of cut through, and then do the same kind of thing on the back where, you know, it's like it is a fin, very thin shape. Because that, like, how much cooler does that look going from like nothing to suddenly having these big arched finny thingamajigs? Immediately makes it look cool. So I think getting the the base shape and all the internal functionality, everything like that sorted, we can come along and just put fins and stuff all over it, and it'll just immediately look a lot cooler. And we can put actual control fins and rudders and stuff in there and make it really usable. Let me destroy the other side, then we'll do a copy paste. You might have noticed I put a 2x2 display in there, and I put it in behind a block. You might be thinking, why would I do that? Well, there is no 1x2 vertical display, and if you rotate them, then all the text and stuff rotates as well, which is kind of annoying. But if I just hide it and then only use one side of that screen, now I've got basically a vertical 1x2 display, which is very cool. So that's the bottom. Yeah. This is not a spaceship, but you could modify it to be one. Yes, isn't that cool? And there will be like a thing on the top as well, like a normal submarine. Very spacious feeling now that the roof is up by 9. Much better. And it kind of gives more reason for this being so small. You know, this is a very small, cramped space. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like it's supposed to be like this. And then you get in here and it's like, wow, we can live in here. What's it called? On Outer Haven, the front, like the whole front of the ship lifts up. What if this went like, what? No? It would make sense for the rear, I think, to do something like that. Depends how buoyant it is when it's got all the engine and stuff in here, because this is a good space. Like, what have I got? We've got a lifeboat, which is very big. Imagine if this fits in the back. It's a bit too big. I can already see it's a bit too big. I mean, it could fit. It's not that much bigger. The rib, yeah, the rib would like 100% fit. I think this thing here is a handle or something. Oh, it's a light. That's all easy enough to modify out. And then, like, I don't know why there'd be a rib in here, but, you know, there could be a mini sub or something that can be deployed. I didn't take a screenshot again. Do I have a version? Nope, I don't have a version. Okay. I need to get a thumbnail before I get too much further ahead. Look at that. It's not too much different, is it? Should I add some waves? How do I add waves? Oh, wind, snow? Oh, it's not rain anymore? I guess they've done like an update for Christmas or something. This is nearly 100% what I was thinking about. Like what I had envisioned for this thing. I had ideally wanted it to have like a longer slope down the side, so that it kind of maybe started up more in the center and sloped all the way down, but we would need native 1x16 wedges for that to work. So if they do happen to add a whole new array of wedges in the future, could totally be updated and modified, because realistically nothing's really going to change on here. Like nothing's too different. But for now, we're doing this. Also, keep in mind, I wonder how I can make this real heavy actually. Can I just stack it with barrels? Let me put a whole bunch of barrels in here. Because, okay, so this is only like 2 floors high, right? It's not a very tall machine. It looks maybe a bit odd as a seafaring vessel because of how short it is. But if you've ever played Stormworks, if you've ever played, you know, Career or something, you'll know that pretty much everywhere you go is extremely shallow. Anywhere the game asks you to go, like if it's a hospital or an island, anything for delivery, generally all the areas are super, super shallow. And so we're submersible, right? We want to go under the water, but we don't want to hit the ground. So this gives us like the perfect, it's the perfect dimensions. It's short enough that it can disappear under the water pretty much anywhere. And it should still be able to not hit the ground. I'm hoping this is going to sink. It does sink. Okay, it didn't really sink. So this is probably going to be like its default neutral buoyancy height once it's all loaded up stuff. So the water will just be below this outer deck. And there'll have to be some kind of hatch. What do they call it? The thing on the top? The tunnel thing that's on the top. There'll be one of those. Maybe not. It could just be a hatch. I don't know. So you'll be able to walk around out here. There'll be a big gun up on the front maybe, or on the back. Because we need to be able to shoot things, but then we also need to be able to just like disappear. Oh, the air pressure in here is actually stopping the water from coming in. Huh. Oh no, it's coming in. Okay. Hold your horses. Very cool. Very cool. I feel like I've talked too much. So I guess apologies if you really wanted to see the original style that I had. This, however, is what I was originally thinking about. And I guess I just got sidetracked looking at yachts. So don't look at yachts. Bad idea. They will lead you astray. So this is going to be an attack, a self-defense, submarine thing. If I can, I want to make this nuclear powered. If I can't, I will make it steam diesel and give you the option of cheating a little bit. Oh, well, hold on a minute. So the problem with a nuclear powered anything in career mode is you have to mine the uranium and enrich the uranium before you can even spawn anything with a nuclear fusion rod or whatever. So this is what I've been working on. Bit of a secret, but if you've watched all the way to the end of the video, you know. So this thing here is a mining rig. It'll be able to be trained out to mass hole shaft, which is where the uranium mine is. It's it's over here somewhere. There we go. Mass hole shaft at the Britsilla uranium mines, which happens to have a train track running right past it. So we drive the train here, we unload, drive this contraption up into the mine, and there's uranium deposits in the wall very close. So this doesn't really drive just yet because it's tanks and I don't really know what I'm doing with tank wheels. But we push a button and out the front comes the drill. And we have pretty good control. It's a bit fast at the moment, but We can drill on the walls, we can drill on the ground, whatever we want. If we turn on the funnels, it will bring all the whatever we've mined. Right now it's actually just dumping it in the back there. But so we would have, you know, mined a bunch of stuff, retract this, it all hides away, except there's a lot of ore in there right now, I guess that's screwing with it. And then we can start sending the ore into this thing on the top, and that can then rotate, and then we can fill up like a truck or something to then deliver the uranium ore to an enrichment plant, get it turned into enriched uranium, I suppose, and then we can make a nuclear whatever powered submarine thing. So yeah, that's what this is, but this is a secret, don't tell anyone. So yeah, that's the plan. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.